Over the past few months, there have been loads of new makeup and beauty releases. It can be a little overwhelming trying to keep up with what's good and what's not. So I thought I would share some of my favorite newer beauty products that I've been loving that stand out to me the most and that I think are worth picking up during the Sephora VIB holiday sale that's running through November 7th. It opened up today for VIB tier level. So I thought that would be the perfect time to do this video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I have some great things to share with you, so let's get into it. Now, one thing to note is that for the duration of the sale, no matter what tier level you are, all Sephora collection products are 30% off. I shared some of my favorite Sephora collection products in the first video I did. I'll have that video linked if you haven't seen it so that you can catch it after you watch this video. It'll be linked down in my description box as well as up in a card. That was my general recommendations video. I am not overlapping products, so if you haven't seen that video, I have some really great things in there you probably want to check out, some staple products that I love. And if you're curious about codes, dates, restrictions, I'll have that pinned in the top comment for you. And I'll also put it in my description box along with all the products I'm sharing and what I'm wearing, as I always do. I put out extra content during the Sephora sale. Stay tuned. I have a couple more videos coming out. If you're not subscribed, be sure and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss those videos or any other videos that I do related to everyday beauty made easy. That's what I'm all about here on my channel. Okay, let's talk about the first product, which is going to be the blush that I have on today. This is the new Gucci blush. I love blush in general, but this formula is just absolutely stunning. The shade that I have is Silky Rose 01, and I almost feel like there's some coral in here too. This formula is foolproof. There's no kick up. It blends out beautifully every single time, no patchiness, and I swear it looks airbrushed. It's one of the most beautiful blush formulas I've ever messed with. It can remain very subtle or build in intensity, and it just always looks beautiful. I intend to get another shade during the Sephora sale myself. I just have fallen in love with this formula, just like I did the Gucci powder and the Gucci bronzer. This is just fabulous. I think it's worth every penny. I think it would make a fantastic treat for yourself or for someone else to grab during the sale. I'm talking about the Haus Labs foundation and powder together because I enjoy them both. I think they're both fantastic. As with any product, your mileage may vary, but I have had such a positive experience with both of these and I reach for both of them regularly. Now, I did an in-depth review of the Haus Labs foundation in my latest foundation roundup, so I will link that in my description box as well as up in a card if you want to check that out after this video. Shade 160 is a great match for me. And what I love is that this does a great job of evening out my skin tone, blurring pores and imperfections, and looking incredibly natural. It doesn't really build up as I'm applying it. It doesn't get cakey. It kind of adheres to my skin as I'm applying it. Now, I said in that video that applying it in light layers has been key. I won't go into all that detail. The main thing for me has been that this is a really beautiful, flattering skin-like foundation that offers nice coverage, and I think it's really good across all skin types. When it comes to foundation, it depends on your skin type, your climate, the skincare you use, the sunscreen you use, your skin chemistry, all kinds of things. I live in a hot, humid climate. I have combination skin with an oily T-zone, normal around the perimeter, and I can get dry, and this has worked well on all areas of my skin. It's lasted in heat and humidity. I really love it. The powder, however, has been outshined by the foundation for some reason. This is a fantastic, beautiful, finely milled powder. The translucent shade is kind of a beige that disappears into my skin. It just sets my makeup beautifully. It's invisible, it's flattering, and it works really well with not just the Haus Labs foundation, but any foundation I've used it with. And again, I think it's great for all skin types. It cuts my shine without looking powdery at all. I can use it on my dry under eye area as well as my oily T-zone, and it works well for both areas without looking like powder. You know, not everything's going to work for everyone, but both of these have worked very well for me, and I am so glad that I tried them. I reach for them regularly. I wasn't going to talk about these two together. They were going to be separate items, but I realized I forgot about a product I wanted to share. And I really wanted to keep this video to 10 products. And so this is going to let me do that, kind of. So I'm talking about these two concealers together, just like I did the Haus Labs foundation and powder. You're getting a twofer. So I did a concealer roundup pretty recently where I gave reviews on 6 new concealer releases. I'll have that link down below and up in a card. I wanted to see how they would perform on my dark circles with fine lines and texture and dryness. And these two are the two that I've been reaching for the most. There were other really good ones in that video too, so be sure to check it out. But I just keep reaching for these because of the coverage level they both give. They both look very natural and flattering on my under eye area that's certainly not getting any younger. So the Milk Makeup Future Fluid, I would say, is a little bit less hydrating than Charlotte Tilbury's new concealer. There's a luminosity to Charlotte Tilbury's that some people don't like. Milk Makeup doesn't really have that. You can see my in-depth review in that video. But I think they're both really nice concealers that are going to give medium to medium full coverage depending on if you use a corrector, how you apply them. If you want more radiance luminosity, Charlotte Tilbury is a great one. If you want more of a natural finish, I would go for the Milk Makeup, but I think they're both fantastic. New concealer releases that have been talked about a lot for good reason. It really comes down to personal preference, but if you're looking for a new concealer, I think you could potentially be happy with either one of these new releases. Now, I very recently talked about this new Hourglass Elephant palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette in my recent monthly favorites. I wasn't planning on getting it at all. I actually was kind of ignoring all the hype, and it caught my eye when I was walking through Sephora, and next thing I knew, it was in my basket. I adore it. It allows me to get ready quickly because of the baked formula. There's no kick up. Everything blends out easily and smoothly, and I can use it on my face. I can use it on my eyes. I do love, though, that it is a magnetic closure this year. It hasn't been that way before. I don't think. I feel like they've always been snap closures, but you get a nice size mirror for travel, 2 blush shades, a bronzer, 2 finishing powders or setting powders. You can use them as setting powders too, and then this beautiful strobing powder highlighter that I at first thought was going to be too dark, but it's really not. It's beautiful on my light medium skin tone. It works perfectly. And I've used this on my eyelids a lot, and it looks really pretty. I've gotten basically a complete eye look by just throwing the bronzer in my transition and this on my lid, applying a little bit of liner and mascara, and I'm done. I always get sucked in by these holiday palettes, but they are really great quality, and you do get a nice variety in here. There are 3 options for different skin tones. The Elephant palette was the one that spoke to me the most, and I am very happy with it. I mean, I'm a little bit mad at myself for getting sucked in, but what better time to grab this than sale time? I didn't get it during sale time, but you can. Who knew that something I was trying to avoid buying was going to be one of my favorite purchases of the year, maybe. I have another new product that I absolutely was not going to buy, and for some reason, I got drawn in, and I have reached for it way more than I ever thought I would. This is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I've worn this in several videos. I showed application in, I can't remember what video it was, because you guys kept asking me what was on my eyes in all these videos where I was wearing it. It is what's on my eyes today. It's actually a very simple look. I used this in my transition. This I applied with my finger on my lid. I deepened up my outer corner with this shade here, and then put a tiny bit of this purple here, very localized in the outer corner just to deepen it up. It's kind of a sheer shade, so it works really well. And I used the black for liner. That's it. This is a fun palette to play around with to get neutral looks, pops of color, complete eye looks, one and done shades. There's some duochrome shades in here. It's just more than I thought. I don't know what I thought I was originally going to get with this, but I certainly am reaching for it more frequently than I thought I would, which is always good. It's like it's a neutral palette without being neutral and perfect for any occasion. There are some newer palettes out now that are a little bit too deep for me and a little too dressy for me at this point in time. And this can do anything I want. I can deepen it, I can go lighter, I can go dressy, I can go daytime, and it gives me the versatility that I want. If you already enjoy cream face products, bronzers, blushes, highlighters, contours, whatever it may be, or if you're someone who's new to them, you're a little intimidated, or maybe you've had a bad experience in the past applying cream bronzer, it's lifted makeup underneath. So basically, I'm speaking to anyone out there about cream products. This stick bronzer is for you. They claim this is the easiest stick bronzer in the world to use or something like that. And I thought that was kind of a ludicrous thing to say, but I genuinely think it is. I've used a lot of stick bronzers and I like many of them. Just because I love this one as much as I do doesn't mean those are bad. First of all, the oval shape. I don't know what it is about this shape that makes it so much better than a circle or a triangle or anything else. It just really contours to any area of the face if you want to use it as contour, or if you want to take it a little wider and use it more as bronzer. There's no harsh edges you have to worry about. It just really is a great shape. That combined with the formula, there's something about the way this blends out. It applies over bare skin, yes. I mean, but any sticker cream product does that. If you apply this over foundation, it does not disturb the foundation underneath when you start blending it out with your brush. And the formula is sheer and it just looks extremely natural after it's all blended in, like that's how your skin is supposed to look. See how that just blended out so easily? It doesn't really look like I have bronzer on my hand, but when you look at my other hand, you can tell I do. That's how it works with your face. It's just this sheer wash of color, this sheer glow that doesn't remain sticky. It sets down and it lasts. And now, if you're someone who wants a lot of bronze, you're probably gonna have to build this up. But if you really like a natural look, a foolproof bronzer, something that's good for beginners, something that's good for someone who has to get ready in a hurry, this is perfect. It's not an over-the-top bronzer. I love this. I find myself reaching for it over other stick bronzers I have because of how natural it looks and how effortless it is to use. Living Proof launched this triple bond complex hair strengthener not too long ago, and I fell in love with it. I shared it in a video, and I had some questions from some of you in that video asking if it was worth the extra cost over Olaplex. Very similar to K18. K18 came out and it was way more than Olaplex. So Olaplex is $30 for 3.3 ounces. Living Proof, this is $45 for 1.5 ounces, but K18 is $75 for 1.7 ounces. Now, the order that I would rank these in personally, in terms of working well for me, giving me noticeable results, is K18, Olaplex, and Living Proof. So to me, it's worth it if it works. This is worth it because I notice more of a difference with the health, shine, and softness of my hair. I only need to use this once a week, whereas Olaplex, I think, lasts 72 hours in your hair. Is that right? It's been a while since I've used it. So that might be why there's more in the bottle. I'm not sure. I also love that I can shampoo and condition my hair as normal, apply a couple pumps of this, and style my hair, and it looks good. It doesn't look weighed down or greasy the way, some products like this do. I'm all about hair health these days, and I like what this is doing for my hair. And so for me, this has been worth it, and it would be a great time to grab an extra one. Actually, I think I might throw this in my haul now that I'm thinking about it, because I will want to replenish this before the next time it goes on sale, I'm sure, since this is in regular rotation. So I hope that answers your question. I love it. I've seen a noticeable difference in my hair health overall. That's important to me, and I like it. I haven't shared this product on my channel yet. I was a little confused about how I felt about it at first, but as you can see, I've been using it. I've been using it a lot. This is the JVN Complete Blowout Styling Milk. I got it because so many people were raving about it, and when I first started using it, I was kind of wondering what the fuss was all about. It's supposed to be this all-in-one heat protectant up to 450 degrees, which I love being able to get that by just applying a pump or two of this this in my hair. It's supposed to help with styling your hair, obviously, and give style memory, provide frizz protection, and just help it overall just look good and bouncy and shiny and just kind of just do everything. Be this kind of like magic hair transforming styling product. And when I first got it, I was taking my hair out of the towel and putting this in my hair and sitting down and doing my makeup. My hair was getting, pretty good and air dried. And then I would go in and dry my hair, and I wasn't seeing that much of a difference. Then I had a day where I needed to get ready quickly, and that meant applying this and then not having a lot of time to air dry my hair. So I blow dried it very shortly after applying, and my hair looked great. So when I do that, it works really, really well. So the key for me is to have a moderate amount of air dry time, not too much, because it needs some heat to activate, I guess. Where I really saw a noticeable difference is when I just do a rough blow dry. Normally my hair, because it's not straight, it's got very uneven wave and frizz. If I just take a blow dryer with no brush and don't style it, but just dry my hair, if I use this before doing that, somehow my hair doesn't look bad anymore when I do that. It actually looks like I do that on purpose. It's kind of a messy, undone, purposeful look. I don't know. I'm really liking this. It is kind of this magic transformative styling product, but I had to play around with it a little bit. So I've been loving it. It's saved me a few steps because it is an all-in-one. I'm really glad I tried it, and I'm really glad that I tried it in a few different ways, because if I had just tried it the one way and had given up, it would have been a complete fail. But that's what I do. I test things out many ways so that, hopefully I can give you a good solid verdict. And I really do like this hair product a lot. Have you tried it yet? I'm very picky with eye cream in general, but especially if it's going to be worn during the day underneath makeup. My under eye area is dry, and as the day goes on, things can start to look not so great from makeup just sitting on top. And not all eye creams are created equally. If they give adequate hydration, sometimes they can cause milia. Sometimes eye creams pill under makeup, and oftentimes they just don't give enough hydration to last throughout the day. Well, Glow Recipe launched this Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream, and honestly, I wasn't expecting much because it has gel cream in the name. I just was not thinking it was going to give me enough hydration. But you can see here, it's not really a gel. It's kind of just a light cream consistency, more of like a lotion consistency is how I would describe it. It sinks right in. I don't notice a discernible scent. So this has a 10% encapsulated vitamin C complex, a niacinamide blend, and peptides. And it's designed to be potent yet gentle. Now, it's supposed to brighten your under eye area if you have dark circles. Now, if your dark circles are genetic like mine, that's probably not going to happen. They also say that it helps with puffiness and dryness. I do think that it helps with those, as well as hydration. And they say it's good for all skin types. I will say my dry under eye areas really like it, and it wears well under makeup. So it says the encapsulated vitamin C complex is supposed to visibly brighten dark circles and firm. The 3% niacinamide blend is to target the look of dark circles and even the skin tone. Peptides and green caffeine are to reduce the look of puffiness and visibly firm. I do notice a little bit of illumination after I apply it, which is kind of nice, although I'm applying makeup on top. It's designed for the whole eye area too. So it's not just for the under eyes, it's also for the eyelids. They say you can use it in between the brows, and it's also formulated for sensitive skin. I've really been enjoying this. If you're looking for a nice eye cream for daytime or night, you may want to give this a try, but this is a new release, again, that I wasn't expecting to like, and I've been enjoying so much. This is the product I almost accidentally left out of this video, and I had to put it in here. This is the Tarte Tubing Mascara that was released not too long ago. Mascara is a very individual thing. I realize that. But every time I have this mascara on in videos, I get asked what mascara I'm wearing in that video because my lashes look darker, longer, fuller, whatever it may be. And my answer is always this one. I need to just start listing it. Anyway, this is a tubing mascara. It holds my curl. It gives me volume. It gives me length. It's very black. It doesn't flake. It doesn't smudge. I just have really been enjoying this a lot. I've been wearing it a ton. It doesn't irritate my eyes or make them water. It's a nice buildable formula that really works for me. Again, Your mileage may vary, just like with any product out there, whether I'm recommending it to you or anyone else, but this is a mascara that I have been enjoying and reaching for a lot. Let me know in the comments a new makeup release that you've really been loving. I may have already checked it out, but I may not have, and I get some product ideas to test from you guys. So leave that for me in the comments down below, and be on the lookout for another video with another topic on November 3rd, Thursday, when Insiders go live. I'll have something else for you. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss any future content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.